What are you guys doing, calisthenics over here? Well, what's happening?
Stay loose, guys. Stay loose, man. Also, we need to talk to the production team about Will Compton's placement. He's getting sunned right now between me and Daniel Lofty. I don't mean to do this.
You look every bit of 5'11".
Point that out. Let the internet point that out.
Well,
I'm going to stay over here.
Look at him.
should I be the one who says maybe we should just put Hawk over there?
You go.
Y'all switch.
No,
Come
you
on
go
over here.
I mean, I'll drive me.
Now you're studying Greeny.
No,
Honestly, there's not much change.
Yeah.
It kind of looks the same.
You could have played ball. You could have played linebacker.
I like
almost
standing
10
next
years.
to Will because I broke his tackles when we played against him.
Would you go?
Okay, who won that game?
Will,
I don't remember.
Let's dive into week number 2. Adam Schefter is here as well. Let's set the scene. We have huge questions to be answered leading into week 2. Kansas City, a showdown Super Bowl rematch with Philadelphia. Will they have Xavier Worthy? Shefty.
First of all, Rashee Rice is serving a 6-game suspension. So no Rice, it looks like no Worthy, and it looks like Patrick Mahomes will have to find other places to find that big play explosiveness that Worthy brings.
All right, we have another huge injury that seemed to pop up out of nowhere. Brock Purdy, San Francisco. How long are they going to be without him?
Kyle Shanahan said yesterday it's a long shot he'll play Sunday, which is code for he's not playing. And Kyle Shanahan said it'll be multiple weeks. So they'll probably be without him this week and next week, and then they'll evaluate to see how he's coming along from a shoulder injury and a toe injury. But it looks like Mac Jones will be starting Sunday at New Orleans, Greeny.
That's a crazy story. And then finally, we get the game tonight that we're all looking forward to. Micah Parsons against Jaden Daniels. How much should we expect to see that man on the field?
Greeny,
Taylor, he played 30 snaps. He played 30 snaps. Let's take it easy. Green Bay is right now the flavor of the month. Everybody thinks that the Packers are going to be the team to beat with the Eagles in the NFC. Let's put a little kibosh on it for the moment, and let's see how they handle it with Daniels, who might be the second best quarterback in the conference. Let's see how they handle it when he goes there on Thursday night.
All right, let me meet Mad Dog halfway, okay? Sometimes things happen in week 1, and they aren't as real as we think they are. So, Dan, I'm looking right at you. Coming off of week 1, we'd say to ourselves, Micah Parsons is going to make the biggest difference of any player who would change teams in the entire NFL, and the Packers look like the team to beat in the NFC. Are those actually true?
The team to beat in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles. The team that I think is most equipped to beat the Eagles is the Green Bay Packers. His impact in week 1 was tremendous. And you look at the way that the football team played, we've talked about that, the energy, the juice, the excitement is a big deal. We're talking about a guy that Jordan Mailata, going into the Cowboys game.
In fact, he was making just on the entire franchise immediate.
We're real ball watchers here on Get Up. So when I turn the tape on and I watch, the energy.
Micah Parsons coming into this franchise and this defensive side of the ball is not only making the defense better, but he's elevating everybody else around him. So a guy like Rashawn Gary, who's sitting there.
Micah Parsons?
No, what does Jaden Daniels have in store for the Packers?
Quarterback for the Commanders.
Quarterback for the Commanders. Yeah. Jaden Daniels has got to play his game. You look at last year, look, everybody's going to be on the Packers in this game. But you look at Washington coming in, they have the veterans, they have the unit on defense. Their run defense was the top-performing run defense last week. Jaden Daniels, if they can live in that third and manageable to where he can create plays with his legs, dude's dotting the ball over the field. We can't have drop balls. I think there were 3 last week. But Jaden Daniels is as electric as anybody in the league. You look at the Hail Mary last year against the Bears. You look at the game-winning drive against Philly. You look at going into Detroit, backs against the wall and making plays happen. I think the Commanders are in a great spot.
You don't want to play against a Micah Parsons defense in 3rd and 5 or more. It's the best defense in football when that's the case. The 2 things to pay attention to tonight when Washington has the ball, Green Bay on defense. No huddle for Washington's offense. It's what they do best, and they do it more than anybody. You're going to try to tire Micah Parsons out. He's still around, he's gassed, and it's like, oh my gosh, and then we crease him. And so that's what's to watch tonight. How defensively he and the Packers handle the no huddle, and then how much their eyes are obsessed on Jaden Daniels and Deebo Samuel, and does that free some stuff up for other people?
I think a lot of things, people are revolving a lot of conversation around how many snaps Micah Parsons is going to have. It's like, how many snaps can we make count for Micah Parsons? Because we know Matt LaFleur, friend of the show, he's probably watching right now, getting a kick out of all the
smile on his face.
He's taking notes. He knows Dan Orlovsky knows his stuff.
Yeah.
So he's going to say, okay, let's put Micah Parsons in a position to be effective when we get him in 3rd and 5.
Right.
So having more snaps is not necessarily more important. It's how can we make Micah Parsons the most efficient we possibly can.
He might not be on the field a ton on 3rd first downs, second downs.
Yeah, why not?
Because you might get gassed by third down and then he's off.
Well, there's a guy who didn't have a training camp, has basically been playing football for 10 days, and now he's got 2 games in 5 days. Yeah. So I'm really not sure what to expect on that front. But I am fascinated by watching Daniels in this spot. Going on, and we can put the picks up on the screen here. We only have one Commander helmet, is what I was told ahead of time, and it belongs to Will. Very quickly, what do you see, though, from Jaden Daniels tonight?
I mean, I think Jaden Daniels gives the Packers a run for their money. I like the Packers, obviously, from the graphic, but at the same time, when you watch them in week 1, they had trouble getting down the field. Jaden Daniels is the best short to intermediate thrower in the league, but it takes him a while, a couple games, to start connecting down the field. And he had the same issue last year as a rookie.
Why do you like the Commanders tonight on the road, Will?
Because I love the city. I love Washington.
Okay.
That's where I cut my teeth in this league. If it's going to be week 2 of me on Get Up ESPN and I'm picking the Washington Commanders or the Green Bay Packers, I'm a loyal dog. I love where the Commanders are at right now. Keep talking about the Green Bay Packers. Because I'm telling you, Washington's coming this Thursday.
Dan looks like a president with his bodyguard.
I'm saying we're watching all this Micah Parsons film, not to mention the 1 sack, 3 pressures, one that caused an interception. He's out there running like a man. Skeletor over here would be in absolute panic mode. Micah Parsons chases him down.
There was really no need
You'd
for
be the
that.
only linebacker in the league that could have crazy shot. We're not trying to be friends
Just
here.
to wrap this conversation, how do I just...
Yeah, but how about Dan's body?
I keep looking at the screen and look at it.
Skeletor, because I'm in shape.
I knew this moment would come where I would lose control of the proceedings, and it has arrived. Dan, come over here. Let's play a game of more or less. It's brought to you by ESPN Sportsbook. These are all for Dan. Dan, Jordan Love, tonight, 1.5 touchdown passes. You go more or less?
I'm going to say more. Washington defensively wants to play man coverage. Jordan Love going to throw the football down the field in their play-action game. While Jalen Hurts is very good at doing it, I think Jordan Love is equally, if not better, throwing the ball downfield. So I'm going to go Jordan Love more.
Dan, 77.5 rushing yards is the number for Josh Jacobs. You going more or less?
I'm going to say less, and that's because I think you're going to be aggressive throwing the football if you're Green Bay. I think that the Washington Commanders want to put bodies at the line of scrimmage. They want to trust their man coverage, and I think Josh will be stymied a little bit, and Jordan throwing the ball downfield will be the main story.
And so then we get to Jaden, and that's 276.5 total yards. So that's passing plus rushing yards. You're going more.
Yeah.
So to recap, we're going to go with Love, 2 passing touchdowns, Jacobs under 78 rushing yards, and Daniels more than 276 total yards. That's a parlay right now on the ESPN Sportsbook app at plus 447. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. In the meantime, we've got the betting covered. We've got the fantasy covered. No one loves this stuff the way Adam Schefter loves this stuff. So, as people are looking at their lineups and making their decisions, give me 3 fantasy plays you love this week.
All right, Green, here's 3 guys that I would look at to play this week if you could in your lineup or in fantasy sports, whatever it may be. Christian McCaffrey with the 49ers. Devontae Adams with the Rams, Zach Charbonnet. Devontae Adams has got a major rapport going with Matthew Stafford. Already, he's looking in his direction. So you have to figure he's going to score big. Christian McCaffrey without Jawan Jennings, without George Kittle. Somebody's got to produce offense for the 49ers. He's going to be the simplest way to do that. And Zach Charbonnet very quietly took